Saya mencebur diri dalam politik dalam UMNO. Pangkat dalam UMNO ni tidak termasuk sekali dalam kira saya lah. Walaupun saya ahli biasa, ahli jawatan kuasa ataupun tuan negeri, gerak negeri saya buat sama juga lah.
One of the key features of the current government is it is very Malay-centric. There are very few representatives from the other races in this country. And I think this is a big test as to whether a more Malay government can be inclusive. I cannot speak on behalf of all the Malays because, as you know, the Malays are now split into so many different types of parties and everybody has a different perception of what Malay rule is all about. But I think as long as there is this division and as long as there is this rivalry for power, a lot of things which should have been done will be ignored. Malays and Chinese have to realize that one cannot do without the other. For example, a lot of the businesses which are set up might be Chinese-oriented, but the people who are consumers are Malays, so we cannot separate one from the other. We need to allay the fears of the Malays that their religion and their race are under threat. As is often spoken, the Malays are already the majority in this country. They control everything from the government, in business, in banking. So I don't think there is much that you can do to make the Malays feel threatened. We have to also understand that being part of Malaysia means being as much an Iban as it is being Malay or a Chinese. We have to think in terms of one nation and we have to learn how to trust each other. In terms of collective consciousness, we have to look very carefully at how the quality of education develops the quality of the individual. I have been brought up in the Malaysian system of the 60s and early 70s, where I think unity was more prevalent because there was a feeling of nationalism among the teachers as well as among the parents. Nowadays, it is a little bit more difficult because the perception and the needs of parents and teachers are changed. Curriculum, of course, have to change with the times to suit the kind of population that you want. But I think it has to tie up also with the needs of the country because if we look at the way some countries are developed, they put greater emphasis, let's say, on science and technology. The product that they produce is a result of the policy of pursuing that kind of goal. Is our goal right now to produce more religious scholars? I don't think so. Our democracy is being tested by the changes in the political scenario in the last couple of years. GE14 was when a lot of people placed a lot of hope in the democratic system and they changed the government. But I think subsequently power grabs and power struggles are the ones that are a danger to our democracy. And this is where I think the rot set in. Because when people equate power with money, the chances of you being corrupt is greater. Our legislators need to be more aware of what they swore when they took office as members of parliament and as state assemblymen about defending and protecting the Constitution, because a lot of them don't remember what they have sworn and what they decided to protect when they were first elected. So I think this is one of the problems in our political system. I think you have made politics a profession instead of a calling.